Hi everyone, it's Josh Alba. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, make sure you go subscribe. In the video today, I'm going to be talking about how to get a free car, a car that you don't pay earned income for. Wouldn't that be dope? That's what I did. Learn from my mistakes. I made the mistake of buying a car when I made money in the past multiple times. I'm on my fourth car now. So I made that mistake in the past. Finally learned by the fourth time. So that's going to be the point of the video today. Make sure you go like the video, as that's the cost of the video. I'm taking the time out of my day to make this for free. You're going to get the value out of it. I'm literally using this exact technique right now. So that's the cost of the video. Go like it. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. But without waiting any longer, let's get into it. So we already know that we can make an easy $5,200 a year plus. With the Webull, there's no limit, so you can make $5 million. But between all the stuff that we've gone over this year, we know we can make an easy $5,200 plus like that. The way that I used to pay for my car, though, was by taking 10% of my income, saving that aside every year for, I think it ended up being like 2 years, which I don't like indexes as much now because I've realized that same dollar amount. Yes, if you're only using, okay, I could go both ways on this. I like indexes for the long term if you don't know anything about anything from an investment standpoint, but as a business owner, I get a way more low risk return by putting that money back towards ads or towards an employer, putting it back into the business versus throwing X% in an index fund. However, from a wealth building standpoint, what I learned, the biggest thing I learned in 2017, which I made a video about back then, was taking 10% of everything you make, putting it into an index fund, putting in some type of fund that's going to accumulate over time. Let's call it an 8 to 12% return from the market matching. If you have under $100,000, you're not going to be able to get into real estate aside from an REIT, which is going to be extremely leveraged from the dollar price you're paying for that ETF, let's say, from a price to earnings standpoint. But I'm still making mistakes. I'm still human. I'm still learning as I go. But the way I did it was not including the $5,200 we know we can make easy. Just taking 10% of everything I earned from an earned income standpoint for 2 years, putting it into an index fund or some type of asset class that's going to get you 10%. For simplicity, let's call it an index fund. I like MLPs because the distributions are tax-free. I like closed-end funds because the distributions are higher. I like the cash flow side of it, so I get a monthly payment out of it. So over those 2 years, after putting that X percentage away, the profit and return on that 10% that I was putting away was enough for a down payment on a new car. And the monthly cash flow from the distributions from the MLPs and the closed-end funds and the dividends was enough to pay for the monthly car payment as well as the insurance on it. Now, by no means do I know where the heck to put the money. I'm not a CFP, I'm not a legal advisor, I'm not a financial advisor. This isn't financial advice, this is just what's worked for me. But the car I'm driving is completely free. Is it the Ferrari I want? Of course not. Is it the Lambo that I want? Not yet. But the point isn't that. It's a free car that I'm not paying $1 out of pocket for from earned income. None of my time is going to pay for this car. Aside from the fact that I use it from a utility standpoint, whether it's for Dip Lab or for meetings for Summit or for meetings with mentees. But this is one of the main things I guess I learned between Grant Cardone and Robert Kiyosaki was the rich use, poor people buy liabilities, middle class people buy liabilities that they think are assets, like houses that take cash flow out of their pocket, and rich people buy assets that pay them cash flow. I don't have the exact chart in front of me for like the ESBI chart that Robert Kiyosaki goes over, so that'd be a good thing to YouTube, Google, between employees, small business owners, big business owners, which is 500 employees or plus, or investors, and big business and the investor side pay way less in taxes, if they pay anything in taxes at all, out of earned income, which is why I like MLPs, which are master limited partnerships, because the distributions are tax-free until you sell the asset. But if you hold it on forever after you make your initial return, this goes back into the video about infinite returns. Rule number 1 by Warren Buffett is don't lose money with investments. Rule number 2 is refer back to rule number 1, especially in a bull market, which we just had for the past 12 years now. If I know that a distribution is going to be 10% annually of whatever I put in, so every $1,000, I'll make $100 on that annually. In 7.2 years, which I've only been doing this for 2-3 years, from the cash flowing portfolio side, the ETF side, and the closed-end funds and the MLPs. But if I know that it's going to double every 7.2 years, after 7.2 years, everything on top of that is free money. Not including, I'm getting 14 to 1 return for Dip Lab ads. I'm getting every $90 I spend on Summit ads, I make $700. So now that I'm running ads for the mentees now, which are anywhere from a $24 return to a $2,600 to return to a $3,200 return. Not that I haven't created it, but I haven't calculated the exact cost of customer acquisition yet because it's such, not beginning stages, but I've only been doing it I haven't figured out the perfect funnel yet for creating ads for the mentee program. as well as the range and the average lifetime value of the customers. Which is kind of off topic, but it's sporadic. It can be $5, it can be $3,200. So that's my challenge with cost of customer acquisition there. The whole point is you want to buy a nice gold necklace, you want to buy a nice Rolly, you want to buy AP, you want to buy Hublot, you want to buy Richard Mille, whatever the case is. You want to buy that new Bentley, you want to buy that Ferrari, you want to buy that Beamer Mercedes, you want to buy the house, you want to buy the apartment that you can't afford because I had a really good thought the other day, I guess. If you stopped working, like the real idea of wealth in my mind, I could be completely wrong. Tell me where I'm wrong, please, so I can learn from it. In my mind, the real idea of wealth is if you can afford it without having to work for it, then you can afford it. If you have to keep showing up for work, you're not wealthy, you're a slave. I don't want to be a slave. I want to be free. I want to have assets that pay for my monthly expenses, which is why versus having to use my body and my time and not having any freedom to pay for my expenses, because those would be liabilities, whereas assets would put the cash flow in my pocket. Which is why I completely recommend owning a business, or at least having some type of, call it a side hustle, but like go all out with it. I wouldn't call it side hustle. I feel like is a weak name for it versus just like going balls to the wall 100% with whatever the heck you're doing. But that's how I got a free car. By all means, take my advice, don't take my advice. Pretend I'm wrong. If you don't like it, throw the whole video out. If you do like it though, or you're looking to make some quick, easy, and I can say this because it is quick, easy money, $0 to $5,000. If you're looking to start up a small business, drop shipping, SMA, affiliate marketing, I'm kind of into, as well as set up a structure for a long-term portfolio for yourself. I'm not a registered financial advisor. I'm not going to tell you what to buy. Anybody that tells you what stocks to buy other than recommending an index fund probably doesn't know what the hell they're talking about. So don't take any stock picker advice because nobody knows, unless there's insider trading, which is illegal, and you don't want to do that. But depending on if you qualify or not, I have a one-on-one coaching program. It's $2,600 a month. I can't say it's guaranteed because I could get hit with legality about it, but the average first day has been $300 to $75. People that haven't paid me, the average has been $86 they make there. And the list of stuff I have is an easy $5,200 back in income. So if I can charge $2,600, but I make you double that, and then you show 5 people how to do the same thing, it's a money machine. So be smart enough to shoot me a DM on Instagram if you like that, at TheJoshElbow. Shoot me an email at summitsme@gmail.com. If you have any questions, you guys know I'm here to help. Thanks so much, everyone, for watching. Love you so much. I'll see you all in the next video.